Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. And before I begin, I'd just like to extend an extra special thank you for those of you guys who were able to actually come to my grand opening to my store. That's where I'm filming right now, actually, my store Only for Light Wellness in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Thank you guys so much if you were able to come through. I really appreciate all of you, and anyone who supported, anybody who donated, or even just gave me any kind of well wishes. Thank you guys so much. You are the very best, and I just really appreciate all of your overwhelming support in this new chapter of my life. And so I am going to be filming here from time to time, actually probably kind of often, at least in the beginning. And these are some of the stones that I carry, and yes, I am going to be letting you guys know when my online store is up and running. It's going to take a little bit more time because, you know, this kind of took took a lot out of me, so I just have to regroup a little bit, and then I will be letting you guys know when everything is up, like I said. So just you know, like my crystals and my handmade products and everything, it'll all be up there. So we have here the 4 different groups for today's reading, and this one is going to be advice on your current problem or situation. I didn't really want to call it problem, but you know, advice on your current problem or situation. And this one, for this reading, I am going to recommend that you only watch this only if you feel called to it. You know, we don't want to ever force any kind of readings because the messages just won't resonate. Okay, so really look out for that today. I suppose you could do this more than once, depending, but that is what we're doing today. There are the only 4 groups here. I'm not sure how long this reading will be. So we're going to take a look here, and I will show you each of the 4 groups. As always, this is a general reading. If you guys want a personal reading, the info for that is below, and I will show you the selection. So here for group number 1, we have the green Aventurine. For group number 2, we have the Chevron Amethyst. For group number 3, we have Rhodonite. And for group number 4, we have Sunstone. Sorry in advance for some of the background noise. It is a bit busy on this particular street. All right, so just take as much time as you need. Timestamps are below, and whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the green Aventurine. So let's take a look at what advice Spirit has for you for your current situation or problem that you're in now. Spirit, this reading is for group 1. Please and thank you. What is your advice for them on their current problem or situation, please? I'm trying to get used to the camera being flipped the other way, sorry. Spirit, what is your first message for group number 1? Just anything as a starting message. What do they need to hear? Group number 1, green Aventurine. What do they need to hear? Thank you. Okay, so, well, this is an encouraging message in a sense that I feel the cycle, whatever cycle of pain or struggle, it is coming to an end soon, but at the same time, their advice for you was that this needs to come to an end. And I know that that sounds painfully obvious, but it is probably something that a lot of you may have needed to hear. So they said this needs to end. This needs to come to an end. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, which is what I recommended in the intro, to only watch this if you are truly called to this reading. Whatever it was that you had that intention and focus on in while you were selecting your stone, that is what their advice is. Now, obviously, you always want to follow your intuition and not what anybody else tells you, but only your intuition and probably your guidance as well. What I am feeling here is that you guys already know that this is the case. You already know that this is within your intuition currently. Even if you have to look a little bit deeper, I feel that most of you, if not all of you, already are aware of this, that you know that the time is here, and it's maybe even for some of you been a long time coming, whatever the case is, okay? So again, it's in your mind. You probably have already felt that it's time for it to be over, or for you to end it, or for you to take action towards ending it, whatever the case is. That's what I'm feeling here. But, of course, we'll get a little bit more advice. Spirit, what do we need to know, please? What is your advice for Group 1 Green Aventurine in their current problem or situation? Thank you. Now, they also said, furthermore, there is no need to complicate anything. That's kind of how they phrased this one with the Seven of Cups. It sort of was in the reverse, but at this point, it's kind of the same energy for me. Yeah, they said there is no point in complicating anything. You don't need to really think about this too hard. You don't need to overthink this. And realistically, the more that you think about it, the more confused you will get. You can see that here from the fog, and it's sort of like this pollution, this clutter sort of energy. So there is no need to continue to overthink this. Just instead clear your mind and go with your actual feelings, which would be your intuition and your inner truth. Spirit, what else do they need to know? Is there any additional advice that we're not seeing or that they need to see at this time? Yes, this is really interesting. This is a separate sort of a thing. We have here the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups, okay? Sorry about the noise, my goodness, hold on. So what this is talking about, I feel like this is talking about your sense of power, independence, personal power, autonomy, things like this, your ability to choose your life, your ability to choose things for yourself, generally speaking. I don't know if within this situation you have felt oppressed or controlled or something like that. I don't know if that's the case. Some of you, it could be. But they're trying to remind you that your life is your own, that your choice is your own, that you have the power to do this. Obviously, it may not always seem so easy, but they're just reminding you. Here with the Ten of Cups, I am feeling that your happy future, your happy life is 100% possible in this lifetime. And it doesn't have to be the next lifetime. It doesn't have to be 10 years from now. You can have this much sooner. You can have this right away as soon as you step into that mindset and as soon as you step into your personal power. That is what I am feeling there. Okay, so for some of you, maybe the advice is just to remember your power and to be more confident within yourselves. And again, your ability to, to choose your life. Some of you would really benefit from doing some solar plexus healing, affirmations and music and stuff like that. You'll find some really good tracks on YouTube. So yeah. I feel like this is going to be short and sweet, Group 1. Is there any final message or any kind of energy that we need to know about their situation that will help them to understand and have clarity about what to do, please? Thank you. Final message for Group 1. Thank you. So Group 1, I feel like you do not really have an additional message because this is the same thing. This is the Magician card. This is indicating your power. It's also indicating you're probably already manifesting a hopeful and open to opportunity future here with the Two of Wands. Okay, so it's already happening, even as we speak. All you had to do was change some sort of mental perspective, shift it a bit, and this was going to be automatic. Honestly, I think that a lot of you guys just needed a little bit of a nudge, and I am seeing that it is going to begin to move forward for you almost immediately. Yeah, okay, so any final message of encouragement for group number 1? Thank you. Your final message is the Six of Pentacles. They just wanted to remind you to have more balance in your life. For example, if you've been giving to other people and too much to other people or situations, it is okay to begin to give back to yourself. In whatever way you need to kind of balance the give and take in your life, that is their final reminder for you, okay? So group 1, I guess I will leave it there. Again, it's pretty direct. But like I said, you don't ever have to take anyone else's word for it. You can just look within yourself for these answers, okay? Following your intuition. Again, this is what I see for you. Thank you so much to your guides if they came through in this reading. I think they did. But thank you so much again. Sending you many blessings. Again, if you'd like a personal reading, the info is below. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you once again, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the Chevron Amethyst. I'm not sure if you guys have a lot of confusion generally, but when I was preparing for the reading, all of my cards got mixed up and they were like half upright, half upside down, and because I accidentally shuffled weirdly. So I don't know if that was me or if the energy is like very confused, but let's take a look. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, our Chevron Amethyst group, please and thank you. Advice on their current problem or situation. Okay, so again, please only watch this if you're called to, and if you, I would say, have a particular intention in mind or issue in mind that you'd like this reading for. Spirit, what is your first message for group number 2, Chevron Amethyst? What do they need to know? Your first message for them. Thank you. Group 2, group 2. Okay, so the first message for you guys is don't give up, okay? I know that it is really tough right now. I know it feels like there's probably a lot of resistance as well, but I feel ultimately you will get to the top of the mountain or whatever it is that you're trying to strive towards, but they're asking you to not give up on yourself, to not give up on your, I'm assuming, your happiness or your goal or whatever the case is. Spirit, what is your advice, please, for their current problem or situation? They are indicating it is time, though, to move on from something, right? Whereas group 1 got this obvious 10 of swords, like this is over, this is ending thing, you have a different energy here. This is the 6 of swords. This is more so of like a peaceful transition energy. That particular phrase could kind of relate as well for some of you, of course, but that is what I'm feeling, that this sort of needs to be this kind of more fluid moving transition or moving on or traveling even for a lot of you, because this could be a travel card too. But sorry, the traffic is going to be a little of course I picked sort of rush hour. Oops. So yeah, I feel like it's meant to be more of a smooth just go with the flow kind of a thing, and that means you may not even have to do much here. You don't have to think about it too hard. You just have to kind of allow this to move forward or change or shift. You know, go with that flow, whether it's your own intuition or just going with the flow that is presented to you. Every situation, I feel, has a bit of a natural flow to it. And sometimes if we're thinking too hard or trying too hard, we get in the way of that. But you will find that a lot of things kind of naturally fall into place and align because it has that natural flow to it of energy. And that is what I am seeing here. Spirit, what is your advice on their current problem or situation? Thank you. Don't give in to fear, okay? That is what I think they're saying here. Don't give in to fear and try not to get caught up in this idea that you're trapped or something like that. With the devil card showing through here, and maybe this is also reflecting someone in your situation too, like something going on there where I don't know, someone's like attached to something. Okay, someone, it could be you, someone near you. There's like this, like, I was gonna say like weird attachment, but there's just like very strong attachment in some way. This could be any number of things. You know, this could be a thought process, this could be a habit, this could be an emotional tie, a spirit tie, a karmic, it could be a lot of things. Be careful, okay? Now that one is a little specific. Please go with your intuition for this because that could be talking about something you need to clear. For example, if you need to cut a cord, if you need to protect your energy. Either way, that is what I would recommend for all of you, to protect your energy and just look out for these, you know, energetic relationships that could be harmful. Spirit, what else is your advice, your specific advice on their current problem or situation? Thank you. Sorry. Okay, so with these two cards coming out together, the 5 of Cups and the Knight of Swords, it kind of looks like they're saying in itself, this may be what you have to kind of really, I don't know exactly the phrase, but it's almost like you have to let go of the idea that you have to feel sad about this. Let's say that you feel guilty about taking this action, but in reality, you know that it is a necessary action in order to live your authentic life, or do something in the higher good. I don't know exactly what it is, but maybe they're just asking you to look out for that and ask yourself, do I really need to feel guilty here? Or yes, of course, it could be, something sad, or like something that could cause an ending or sorrow, or again, some sort of loss. But again, they're asking you to just be aware of this and be prepared for this, okay? With that Five of Cups, like they're telling you that yes, it's going to be sad. Yes, it's going to be painful. But most things in life that are necessary for growth are going to be that way. And that is always going to be true. Any learning, any growth, I feel like it's really rare that it would come without that. So you probably already know that in the end, it will be worth it, right? But yeah, that is what I'm feeling here. So just be on the lookout for that, especially if you don't need to feel guilty for something. I mean, obviously that's how we're going to feel, but just know that it's okay to follow that authentic truth if it is necessary for the greater good, or for, for your path. Like, do it morally, obviously. Like, if there's something you have to do, then you can still follow your morality. I'm not saying to be a horrible person, but like, or like cruel or callous or cold, but it is up to you. Maybe you have to be, it depends on what's going on. Maybe, as an example, let's say that you already tried to set boundaries and whatnot, and someone didn't listen. Sometimes you do have to be kind of cold. So this one is totally up to you guys, but I think that your guides and spirit are just trying to point out that, you got to be prepared for this feeling, and you have to be prepared to basically keep moving forward. Okay, I'm kind of curious what's going on here. Let me know maybe in the comments. Spirit, anything else? Any other final messages of advice or guidance? What is your specific advice on their current problem or situation? Thank you. This is an interesting message. They said you have to kind of recognize that you're almost fed up. It was a really interesting way of putting it. So with the Nine of Wands, this is showing like you're kind of done with this. This is a headache. This is frustrating. This is just kind of, it's unnecessary. So they're asking you again to be aware of those feelings and aware that you may need to step in and take action in order for this to come to an end. The Queen of Pentacles, I don't know if maybe the advice here is just simply to try to be grounded in what you have to do, and even in your thoughts as you're thinking about this whole thing is basically your thought process, right? They're asking you to do so in a grounded way, to make decisions from a space of feeling grounded. So maybe you have to meditate or sit down to journal, write, and feel centered. Do something that helps to ground your energy. If you normally feel kind of like either scattered or anxious or imbalanced, this energy of Earth is going to help you to move forward, to make these decisions, and to do what you have to do. Do you have a final message of advice on their current problem or situation, or a final message of encouragement, please, for group number 2? Thank you. I feel the final message here is actually something that will help to boost your motivation, in that you are actually thinking about the future a little bit here. Your thoughts are kind of more so centered on the future and the decisions that you're going to have to make now and moving forward. And that's not an easy thing to think about. But I think that in your case, it is going to be helpful to you, because you're going to start to envision what your life will be like if you make these decisions or have this freedom, or have that clarity. And I think that in a sort of roundabout way, it will help you to push you forward here and now. Okay. I really wish I know exactly, what's going on for you guys, but since it's a general reading, obviously it's going to be all across, all different kinds of situations and energies. But that is what I am seeing. In the future, it is going to be an interesting, sort of decision-making process. But I think that the answer is just having clarity and at least moving forward from this past energy as well. So if anything, let me know in the comments if this resonated, and I hope that that it did. This one was a little bit more complicated, and maybe your situation in itself is complex, but let me know in the comments if this, made sense. And if any of my other pick a cards call to you for your specific issue right now, please go and watch those, because it can help to develop this message. Okay, so group 2, that is what I have for you. I really, really hope that this was helpful and it resonated. If you'd like a personal reading, the info is below. And if you would like to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys once again, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, Rhodonite. So as I said in the intro, I'm filming from my store only for light wellness. If you want more information, I'll put that below. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Please and thank you, Rhodonite. What is your advice for them on their current problem or situation? Spirit, what is your first message for group number 3? First message for our Rhodonite group, thank you. This is not really advice, but they did say that you will be successful. I'm not sure if maybe if you were doubting that, they're just trying to give you confirmation. I strongly feel that you guys will be successful in whatever it is the problem and the situation right now. Okay, so again, that's good confirmation. It's good encouragement. Let's see if they actually want to tell you sort of steps to take, but I would say on average, a lot of you may already know what that is. And perhaps that's why you watch this, to just get that confirmation. Okay. Spirit, what is your next message for them? What is your advice for group number 3 on their current problem or situation? Thank you. Oh, okay. So this is a very different vibe than the first 2 groups. So again, group 3, I am feeling like there is a lot already in place for you because of your efforts. I want to add that. Because of your efforts and because of the alignment of the situation. So for the 3 of Wands, I kind of feel like this is just telling them to continue your efforts, because with the 3 of Wands, this gave me the vibe of the phrase, go above and beyond. If you've already been doing that and putting in so much effort and everything, just continue on that trajectory. I am seeing you get to that high point, okay? And I do feel, like I said, it will work for you. So here they're just saying, yes, you are on the right path. Yes, you are doing the right things. So I'm not sure how you may have phrased the problem or the situation or the question, let's say, but this is, again, a very positive message, very inspiring, and the fact that you will have your success. Okay, what else is your advice for their current problem or situation, Spirit? Thank you. Group 3, Rhodonites. It kind of looks to me like many of you may have been trying to carry quite a bit of burdens just on your own. Yes, you're strong enough to do this, and yes, you have the leadership ability and the passion to do this, but maybe that is a little bit of advice here. Just be careful with carrying too much. That's really all they're saying. I know you probably don't even want to hear that, actually, but that is a little bit of a piece of advice just to remind you to think about balance. That is valid advice, actually, because I am sure you guys understand what that feels like when you have to take on everything, too much, and it all falls on you. It is okay to either ask for help or to, let's say, delegate tasks to other people, or to just to have that understanding and mindset that you don't need to carry everything, because that 10 of Wands is just so burdensome, so heavy. Maybe some of you did already reverse that process, because I noticed it was in the reverse, but that I feel like is the only sort of advice, aside from the encouragement that they already gave you. What else? Now, if some of you were, this is a smaller number of you, but if some of you were hesitant or uncertain about your own abilities, or maybe capability or intellect or something like that, please do not entertain that thought. Just understand and know that you do have what it takes. Okay, so that again could be the advice there if you had some doubts about whatever it was that you were doing. If you are embarking upon this road, it is probably the case that you're just following your intuition and your authenticity. Now, if any of you feel like you're uncertain about what's going on, I think it's only because you may feel a little bit clouded in your intuition. The rest of you, maybe it does feel right, but you'll notice that fear gets in the way. Fear and anxiety, uncertainty. So if you can meditate on that and really release those fears by trusting within the universe and surrendering the basically control of what's outside of your hands, and you can only do what you can do, then you'll probably feel better. And that means we have to have faith, okay, right? But for the rest of you, if let's say you're still feeling like, oh, something doesn't quite feel right, this could mean that it's your intuition. So it just depends. But for the most part, like maybe 95% of you, I feel like your intuition is already saying, this is what we're going for. I'm sure that it's correct. But the rest of you guys, you may want to just make sure you're taking that time to tune in and understand if it truly is your intuition or if it's just something else. But I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. So these are only just a little bit of cautionary messages in case. Spirit, any other advice? What is their advice on their current problem or situation? Group 3, Rhodonite. So we have the Queen of Wands. What else? Advice on their current problem or situation. Thank you. Okay, so what's the advice for this? It looks like there could be a little bit of not seeing something. That kind of surprised me. What is this, please? I have no idea what this could be about. It could be something for the future. It could be something at the end of the path. I think they kind of said something like you have to look at the bigger picture or the whole picture sometimes. Let's see, is there any other advice or messages as to what the Two of Swords is talking about? Well, I would say this does have to do with the entire goal or the reason why you're doing this. Whatever it is that you're doing, I think now is actually a really good time to ask yourself why you're doing this. If you're doing this for any reason other than your own happiness and fulfillment for your path, you may need to kind of look at that. Okay, so again, I feel like that's a smaller number of you. But the reason they're asking you to look at this is because if you are doing this for your ultimate fulfillment, happiness of your soul and, you know, that type of fulfillment, then it'll definitely go in a really positive direction and it'll feel fulfilling. But again, if that may not be the case, they're trying to kind of pause you now and say, reorient and look at this and look at the bigger picture. I don't think that this is a problem for a lot of you. Again, it's just for a smaller number of you, or if on some days you're even questioning, why am I doing this, right? Just remember, you're doing this for your ultimate happiness and fulfillment, okay, whatever it is that you're doing. Final message, final advice for, or encouragement even, for group number 3, Rhodonites. Yeah, I mean, again, we're talking about fear and confusion. Just try not to feed into it. Everybody has those fears sometimes, but I think that if we feed into the sort of the little shadow, mysterious confusion energies, it'll only get worse, or we'll kind of get lost in things. So just as much as you can, try to recognize if you're doing that, come back to that sort of light and clarity and positive energy, and you should be good. Anything else? Okay, so your final card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. You're doing it, you know, you're doing a good job, you're doing great. It looks like you're very resourceful and reliable and grounded and practical. So I think that you have what it takes, like I said before. The rest of it is just following through. I'm assuming having patience, you know how they say taking it one day at a time, because that helps us to stay sane. You know, you can think about the bigger picture, but, you know, at the end of the day, life is made up of just one moment at a time, one day at a time, right? So if you don't want to, you know, kind of feel, I guess, pressured at times, maybe it's more helpful to look at just the day-to-day process. But if it helps you to look at the bigger picture, certainly you can do that. But I am seeing success with you just being very present, okay? Group 3, I think this was very straight to the point in a sense that you're already well on your way. So please have confidence within yourself, appreciate yourself and your own efforts, because you've done a lot for this process, and that is recognized by your guides, by the divine, okay? So that is what I'm seeing for you for today. Thank you guys so very much. I will give more information about my online shopping soon. And if you want a personal reading, the info is below. And if you're new here, if you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe. Thank you guys once again, sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the Sunstone. Again, I'm filming from my store, Only for Light Wellness. I'll have more information below, and online shopping is probably coming soon, hopefully. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4, Sunstone. Please and thank you. What is your advice for them on their current problem or situation? Thank you. I hope that you guys already have meditated on that intention of what is your current problem or situation that you'd like the advice on. So that's my recommendation for this reading. Spirit, for group number 4, Sunstone, what is your first message for them? Please and thank you. Group number 4, Sunstone, thank you. Okay, we have Judgment. This took a very quick spiritual turn with this card. I'm wondering if maybe this particular problem or situation has a lot of spiritual depth and weight to it, okay? I actually was figuring it could be that a topic like this could be something sort of just like a day-to-day problem, or, you know, issues that come up, but this is actually much deeper than that. So we're gonna get everything. We're gonna see what's going on here. Spirit, what is your actual advice, specific advice for their current problem or situation? I feel like it's spiritual to the point where your guides are wanting to intervene if they have not already. I do feel like they're wanting to intervene even more. They're wanting you to hear them, to work with them, to seek them in so many ways. Again, if you have not done so already, and even more so if you already have done that. And the reason for this is because they do feel like you are either blocked or afraid of something, or perhaps unable to see something right now, or maybe even the situation hasn't shown itself to you yet. So they're sort of behind you here, your guardian angels, your spirit team, and they are getting to the point where they're really itching to tell you something and intervene, where they want to show you clear signs, clear messages, and synchronicities to get your attention. I'm feeling that they're completely just charging through your reading right now, and none of the other groups got a message like this. So this is very strong. Spirit, what is your, and spirit guide, spirit team of Group 4, Sunstone, what is your advice for their current problem or situation? What do they need to see? What would you like to tell them? What would you like to tell them? What is your advice on their current problem or situation, please? Thank you. You have already a lot of 2s going on here. Okay. Okay, so I think, in a nutshell, they're indicating that there is going to be some decision for your future and for the success of you and your future and your soul and everything that is going to come up soon. The Ace of Pentacles does show us, it's almost like a spoiler, that some very powerful blessing is meant to come in the near future, okay? The Two of Pentacles, it makes it sound kind of easy, like, oh, you know, I just have to make this decision, I just have to choose success. But I think the point of your guides is that you may not be able to see that clarity just yet. Over here with the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands, this is them trying to show you, here is that future potential for you. Here is that future where you do have this feeling of success, where you do have this freedom or prosperity. But I am still wondering if right now you may be unable to see that pathway, okay? And that's why that Two of Swords is almost like, it's like a nagging sort of stick in the mud kind of feeling for me right now. What do they, in that case, what do they need to see in order for this to come through? And I know you're asking about a specific problem or situation, but this is all tying into that, and hopefully we kind of come back to that. Let's take a look. What do they need to see in order to make this decision? Well, for one thing, you may need to just see your potential for this happiness. I see the Sun card at the bottom as well. You may need to open up your perspective and understand that there could be something good for you or better for you outside of your current scope of vision or your current scope of understanding. And that's really not an easy thing to do, because I usually say, like, we don't know what we don't know. What else do we need to hear here? What is your advice on their current problem or situation? Group 4, Sunstone. Well, the thing is, this would be new for you. This is the Ace of Wands there with the Ace of Pentacles. Something would be new coming in towards you. Again, I'm not sure if you guys are currently open in your energy where you're actively manifesting this. Some of you may not be, if you feel a little bit stuck or trapped or something like that. But again, with being able to open up that vision, I am seeing this actively come towards you. So let me kind of start this over again for a second. Spirit, their current problem that they're thinking of and their situation that they're thinking of, what is the actual advice just for that? Can we have just one card only for that? Thank you. So for that particular thing, Group 4, sorry, it kind of took me a minute, but the advice for that particular thing you're thinking of is to surrender. And with the Hanged Man, I mean, I guess surrendering is almost like the absence of a decision, right? So the other groups, it was like they were getting this advice to do something or to take action towards something. I'm not getting that for you guys. If anything, the advice is to let go, because by letting go and by surrendering, the next steps will be presented to you. The next steps will be very obvious to you. So if you feel confused, if you feel negative or afraid or whatever it is you're feeling, they're asking you to let go of let go of those feelings if possible, but more so to let go of the thought, the idea that you need to control anything. Okay, they're saying, trust us, let us do our thing, and we will show you the way. Okay, so that is the advice for your current situation. But tying all of this together, what else do they need to know? Please, Spirit and Guides of group number 4. I'm feeling a slow build for you. I'm feeling it's going to be this slow, unexpected, hard to notice, unnoticeable build of energy for you, and of that prosperity energy. So in other words, I feel like this is a slow growth and development within your soul, within your situation. So really, I can't say anything right now because it's only something you're going to notice after. So if you happen to watch this again in some time, you'll see what I mean. Spirit, any final messages for group number 4, Sunstone, advice on their current problem or situation? Thank you. So this one, please only take this if it resonates. If it is the case that some of you are in a situation with another person who's close to you in your energy, I'm feeling there could be times where you may be influenced by this person's perspective, and sometimes it can lead to stuckness. So one piece of advice that sort of wafted through this energy, they said, remember to think for yourself, but more so, remember to think about what's right for you versus what the situation is kind of influencing you to think or whatever. So yes, look within yourself, do that inner introspective hermit work, and come back into your own clear mind and truth. And that is not always easy to do, but I'm feeling you may need to take some time to step away and recenter and really really clear your head and really clear your energy. Okay. Yeah, and I am confirmed here because the Five of Cups is here. And the Five of Cups is this alarm system to say something isn't right. Okay? And that is what I think they're getting at there. So the rest of it will be up to you. Some of this is not gonna make perfect sense right now, group 4. So please just have faith, give it a little bit of time to form clarity, but it will become clear very soon, okay? So final message of encouragement or anything for group 4. Thank you. I mean, this is really a wonderful confirmation that you will have this success. I feel a sense of freedom. I feel a sense of healthy detachment from stuff that was holding you back, and just so much prosperity coming through. This is your growth. This is the growth of you, your situation, your energy. Again, so much abundance coming towards you in the very near future as well, group 4. Okay, so that is what I am seeing for you. I do hope that this was helpful. I hope it made sense because it was a little tough, but again, give it a little time. And if you want to let me know in the comments how it resonated, if it did, please do so below. But thank you guys so much. If you'd like a personal reading, the info is below for that. And if you'd like to subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much once again. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.